Hey there, fellow golf lovers, and welcome back to another episode of Tee Up with Kira. I'm your host, Miss Kira P. Today we have a fascinating topic for you, so grab your clubs, settle into your favorite chair, and let's tee off into the episode. Welcome to another episode of Tee Up with Kira. I have a great guest. His name is Phil Wilson, and he's the owner of Relax Saunas. How are you today, Phil?
I'm doing well. Very, very good.
So you're in Vegas. The real question is, are you staying cool during the heat wave now?
I discovered a secret way to use the sauna and love it at the same time.
Can you tell us? I want to know.
On the air conditioner first.
Pardon me?
Turn the air conditioner on first.
I love that.
Yeah, then you appreciate the sauna, because if it's like 85 degrees in your house, you don't want to get in the sauna. There's no motivation. Okay.
Yeah.
But I discovered this in Columbus, Ohio during one summer about 6, 7, 8 summers ago, when I just did not want to get in. And I had the brilliant idea to turn the air conditioner on. And once it got to a certain point, the sauna was incredible. It just was, it's like it's being hugged by your loving grandma.
I love that. So the real question then is, how cold do you keep your house before you get in the sauna? What's a good temperature?
I normally keep it at 82, 83, because that's when I'm comfortable. So I can turn it down to 78 or 79, and that's cold for me. Yeah.
So Phil, how did you start Relax Saunas, and give us the history and the background on how it all happened?
I've been selling massage tools at conferences since the early 80s. And so I went to a conference in Las Vegas, of all places, around 2000. And after I did this biological dentist conference and sold lots of massage tools, the next day there was a spa show in Las Vegas at the same hotel. So I went to it, and there, lo and behold, one of my massage tool suppliers had a portable sauna there. I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you can have a sauna in your home." To me, that's heaven. I've always loved saunas since age 16. I love the sweat. It's like, especially if you meditate, you have a spine that's straight, and you sit there and meditate and sweat, and oh my gosh, it just comes pouring down. So I was all excited. At that time, that I was going through my Baroque period, like right before the classical period, there's the Baroque period.
Yes.
I spelled it a little bit different. So it took me about a year to be able to afford to make a purchase of the sauna, which was only about not too much. But so I got a sauna a year later, because I'm a supplier of theirs, so I was buying it wholesale, and I still needed a year. But anyway, I got one. And I loved it. The chair was a junky camping chair, and I took it out and I got inside the sauna, and it still took me about 18 minutes to start sweating, and about 55 minutes to have a good sweat. So I'm having the time of my life for a year using the sauna. And then I get a call from Taiwan, from the Relax Sauna company, and they said, "Our technology is more advanced. It took us 10 years, from 1987 to 1997. To develop our technology, which gives you pure, soft light, not harsh light, like mine was half harsh, half soft. And so they give you 98% soft or loving light. That's the same frequency as the water in my body and the cells, my organic cells in the body." So I said, "Okay, how much is it?" They gave me a good price. I paid them. At that time, I wasn't quite in my Baroque period. So they sent me one, and it arrived 2 days later, FedEx, from Taiwan.
Wow.
And so then everyone at my store, my office, they said, "Oh my gosh, it's a night and day difference." And frankly, it takes about 8 minutes to start sweating, and 20 minutes, 22 minutes for a complete sweat, sometimes even 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, you're dripping. In 20 minutes, you're drenched. So everyone said this is a much better sauna. At that time, we were selling it for $6.95, and the cheap saunas were selling for $5.95. Right now, the cheap saunas are selling for $200-300, and we're selling for $1,500. So it's really funny how water seeks its own level. But of all the saunas, there's a guy who does review of saunas, and he checked out 30 different portable saunas, and the Relax sauna, he says, is by far the hottest and overall the number one sauna. There's a $500, $800, $1,100 saunas, and the $800 and $1,100 saunas pretend to be us, but they're not. They don't feel as good. They don't have the same effects. For example, if you have Lyme disease or mold toxicity, they're not going to get the same results. But the most important thing is with the Relax sauna, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, so you feel really, really great. You feel like you're really being you're being unconditionally loved, and that's why a lot of people will say it feels like I'm being hugged by my loving grandma, not the one that not my grandma kind of thing. And it's like being on a beach in Hawaii or wherever you are with a palm tree and everything. A cross between that, being loved or hugged by your loving grandma, basking in unconditional love, like with a great guru or a qigong master, or giving you unconditional love, or basking in divine love. It's a cross between those four things.
That's one of my questions I was going to say. So what are the four things that you feel when you get into a relaxed sauna? But you already said, but what are those four things again?
Okay. What they are is those four things: being on a beach in Hawaii or Florida, being hugged by your loving grandma, being in the presence of a qigong master or a great guru, or giving you unconditional love, and simply basking in divine love.
I love that. And then, so Phil, what are some of the differences from relaxed sauna and other saunas? You said that there are some major differences, but I know them, but I'm assuming my viewers and my listeners don't know what some of those drastic differences are.
The relaxed sauna, you can see in the background, the tent folds into almost like a square, and it actually fits in a carrying bag that can actually fit in a suitcase along with a chair. We're the only sauna that's truly portable that it can fit in a suitcase. All the others are like massage tables. They're real big. They don't know how to fold, but we have wires inside where you can see that blue trim, and it just folds like one of those in Arizona, and they have these things for the cars, and they fold like that. But that's just convenience. We're talking about, therapy. Okay, therapy wise, people have great $5,000-$6,000 wooden saunas. They don't use them very often because they take 20, 30, 40 minutes to preheat, and therefore that's inertia, and people, they get tired of the waiting. Now the first month they have it, it's like they're on the honeymoon, and they can handle that, unless you're sophisticated and have a timer system. It's like when I get up, boom, I'm in the sauna within 30 seconds, and it takes not 10, 20, 30 minutes, 10, 20, 30 seconds to heat up. So people love the instant on feature. Okay, number one, that's probably one of the most important differences. But therapeutic wise, we get the job done when other saunas can't. There's a lady in Boston who had Lyme disease, and she was at the Lyme conference there about 4 or 5 years ago. She has a portable sauna. She's had it for a couple of years, and she's had Lyme disease for 2.5 years, and associated with her Lyme disease was neuropathy. She had no feeling in her fingers and toes. She gets in the relaxed sauna, and she's been in her other portable sauna an hour at a time with very little benefit for her neuropathy. In 12 minutes, she's got tingling in her fingers and toes. She bought it just on the spot. This one works, see? And so, like if you live 4 miles from a grocery store, and someone gives you a bicycle, oh my God, you're in heaven, because walking takes a lot longer. Now, if someone gives you a Chevy Chevette or a Ford Pinto, you're still in heaven. If someone gives you a Mercedes, that's you're beyond heaven. And the Relax Sauna is like more like the Mercedes. You get a complete sweat in 15, 20, 22 minutes in the Relax Sauna, and the other saunas, take a good hour, 40 minutes or so before you. That's after you preheat it, okay?
Like an oven.
Yeah, right. But also a lot of people love the fact that I like to jokingly say we're pro-choice. We give you the choice to put your head inside or outside the sauna, and your hair's not going to mess up if you're inside the sauna with your head out. Your hair's not going to get messed up. Okay, so that's another feature. But people love to be able to breathe the air, and they can last longer and stay longer while the body's sweating profusely. If you want to duck your head, if you have sinus problems, with your head out, it'll clear in 8 minutes. With your head in, it takes 2 minutes to clear. And sometimes you just feel the need or the desire to put your head under. So you do for 3, 4, 5 minutes. When you've had enough, you surface. Like turtles do that. Turtles, they lift their head out of their shell.
I was going to say, so Phil, how long is the timer for in the Relax Sauna? Like, what is that? Yeah. The time that you should give or take, but what is the maximum time also?
It's a 30-minute timer. And like I'm at shows, I give people a 7-minute treatment, and it ends, and all of a sudden I put it at 7 minutes. The hand is faster than the eye, and all of a sudden they're in. And sometimes it takes that 8th, 9th minute to have the catharsis where people said, oh my gosh, because it takes about 8, 9 minutes to start sweating. And I guarantee when I go to shows, I'm become quite brazen at this and say, I guarantee you in 5 to 7 minutes, 50% or 100% of your pain is going to be gone in 5 to 7 minutes. 99% of the time that's the case. It doesn't matter what kind of pain you have.
So besides pain, what other ailments does it help you if you have them? I know that there's a ton of research. So what are those diseases, those ailments that people can use Relax Sauna to help benefit for them?
Well, any kind of chronic pain, especially those with Lyme disease. We've got 4 cancer clinics that sell the Relax Sauna to their patients, like when they go home from being there for a week or two. They recommend and sell and make the Relax Sauna available to them. I think we've got more cancer hospitals than any other sauna company because we're the one that works. We're portable. It's got a 30-minute timer. 20 minutes usually does the job. I found that after 22 minutes was the magic number where, okay, I can't take it any longer. I have to start moving around, be able to handle the extra 8 minutes. And then finally I listened to an old tape of mine, and I said, it's the light, not the heat. The heat doesn't have anything to do with the therapy. And so I finally got the brilliant idea to unzip the zipper about 6 to 8 inches. And I was continuing to profusely sweat and not even being hot, because you need to be hot. You want to be comfortable. And it turns out, I know this is going to be hard to believe, but the heat inside the sauna tent has nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
Oh, that's fascinating.
And very little to do with the healing benefit of the sauna. It's not the heat inside the sauna that does anything. It's the light. It's like that Medicine Man movie. It's the bugs. It's not the plants. It's the light, not the heat. The light is what resonates with your water molecules and vibrates the water molecule and gets the molecule to spin. And a physicist told me that changes the voltage on the water molecule, which means it increases body temperature. And then we fulfill the dream of Hippocrates more so than any other sauna. What is the dream of Hippocrates? Find me a way to create fever and sweat, and I will cure disease. He said that. And when he said that, he ran onto American soil. They handcuffed him and put him in jail because the only thing you can cure in this country is beef.
I did not know that story, but the things I learned from you, Phil.
Yeah.
So what kind of lamp and light do you guys use in the sauna?
This
And what makes it so different?
this is our 200-watt table lamp. This is the first product they had. See those little four squares? Those are
Yes.
semiconductor chips. Okay, and what they do is they filter the energy, the electrical energy. They filter them and only give you the soft, loving light that resonates with the water molecule. In other words, there's a book called Detoxify or Die, which spawned the far infrared sauna industry, written around 2001 by Dr. Sherry Rogers. She was an environmental medical doctor, and she says the between 4 and 14 micron are the most beneficial and healing rays. And we ourselves are far infrared light beams, and we shine that vibration rate about 9.4 microns. We shine. We are far infrared light beams. We shine light. And when people sometimes all of a sudden they're in a good mood, you say, God, you're bright today. You're shining brightly. See, and that's because it's the inner light that shines. And water is a far infrared molecule, and it shines far infrared light. It's invisible. Far infrared is invisible. Okay, but it's still a light. It's an energy. And in the relaxed sauna, the silver, notice the silver, and we have a black
Yes.
with a silver lining inside. The reason why we're not $10,000 or $12,000 because of our advanced technology is because we cheat. We use the tent as a mirror.
Oh.
Because when you go into a regular sauna, you have to sit in front of the panels. Like I decided, I was at one of our cancer clinics the other day that sell the Relax Sauna, and they have wooden saunas on their campus. So I went in there, and if you're sitting in front of the glass door, you're not getting any light because there's no reflecting, and you got to sit in the corner in front of the heating measurements to get the light, to get it on that side of the body. And also, the sauna was nice. I like all saunas, but it's not the relaxed sauna. You don't, like this one guy. He used to go. We met him at a cancer conference in Reno, Nevada, about 7-8 years ago, and he used to travel to his mom's house across LA 45 minutes twice a week to use their sauna. And after 25 minutes sweat, he'd be exhausted. Or 45 minutes, it took 45 minutes.
Wow.
And he'd be exhausted. But he did his gym clothes at the show. And in 25 minutes, he had more sweat than he did in 45 minutes. And he felt invigorated.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it gave you energy because we're light beings.
Right. Because see, because the relaxed sauna, because it has a preponderance of a greater preponderance of healing, loving light, it resonates with the water molecules so much more that the body and temperature increases more.
I was going to say, when you were talking about light and we're light beings,
right?
Do you know what Kira means in Persian?
Light?
You're gonna love. No, it means sun. So my name means sun in Persian. So everybody's always like, you have such a sunny disposition. Well, my name means sun.
Everything vibrates. So you're called Kira, so you're called Sunny, but you're sunny. Exactly how it works.
So Phil, what is Relax? Does Relax Sauna have a mission statement, and what is it and why?
Well, the Relax Sauna gets you into the present moment by activating the parasympathetic nervous system. And that's crucial. That's crucial, getting you into the moment, because that's when you collapse time, there's no pain, because pain, my definition of pain is the awareness of time. Have you ever hurried? Have you ever worried? Have you ever waited? All those are painful events. So when you get to the moment and be in the now, that's when you're in the middle of the night, when you're dreaming, like you're in the dream state, and then all of a sudden, you can heal. The body will heal itself then.
I love that. So for people that travel and are into sports, what does the Relax Sauna do? I know it gives you, can either warm you up, you want to lose weight, you want to post workout. What is the best way to maximize your time in a Relax Sauna before, after, and during an event if you're travel or sports?
Well, it's basically it's the people find that before a workout, 7 minutes is incredible to get you, so like you're limber, and it's like pre-stretching, just like before you get a massage, before you get a chiropractor adjustment, before you have any kind of psychological counseling. You go into the Relax Sauna for 7 minutes before you go into a hyperbaric oxygen chamber or any kind of therapy. It gets you into that moment of now. It gets you relaxed, and therefore, like the massage therapist said, well, the fascia get warmed, and so when you go under their hands, it's like butter melting in a microwave instead of, the tightness still there. So it softens the muscles a lot. As a matter of fact, the research we've done, the Relax Sauna will increase muscle oxygen 45% in 20-25 minutes. Now
that's amazing, though. That's so
a
cool.
lot.
That
It's a lot.
yeah.
No other sauna can increase it more than 20-25%. We've researched the Relax Sauna compared to any other sauna, and the difference is amazing.
That is so cool. So I know you and I have been talking a while, and I know that you have played golf. So what is your favorite golf memory that you have?
I shot a 94 when I was in like 8th or 9th grade, and usually I'd be 103, 104, 105. And one day I was my biorhythms might have been right. I didn't have the sauna in those days, but I shot a 94, and that was the highlight. I golfed about a dozen times during the summer, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. I don't think I've golfed since. But I was at a show in Memphis the other day, like this couple 3 days ago, and they had a putt thing.
Yep.
If you do three putts, and if you get it in the hole, they give you $50 golf card. And on the second putt, I got it, and
Woo! Yeah, Phil.
I got a $50 gas card for a gasoline station that doesn't exist in Las Vegas, but exists in Columbus, Ohio, where my office is. So I'm going to give it to my staff.
Oh, that's awesome. So for you, I know that you guys are getting into the golf world, and you've been a part of it. What do you see how Relax Sauna can benefit for golfers? Is there a certain way that they should maximize their time with it?
Yeah, I wanted to mention first, mold toxicity, that a chronic pain. It nips a cold and a flu in the bud. A lot of the people who've had a cold and a flu in the last 2-3 years, they say the Relax Sauna saved their life, or it certainly made their life a lot healthier. That it would nip a cold and a flu in the bud. Anyone with chronic pain, with mold toxicity, we've had a lot of results. One lady had a wooden sauna, and it just didn't do the trick, but the Relax Sauna did. So,
wow.
Any kind of ailment, autism, we go to autism conferences, Lyme disease. But anyway, now to answer your question, about we have advertised in the last 2 magazines of the PGA Golf magazine, and so when we did a picture shoot at a Chicago area golf club, and we showed them our ad in this magazine, the double page ad, the guy all of a sudden changed his whole attitude toward us and said, "Yeah, go on the field, do some photo shoots with your young model and the Relax Sauna." And so we've okay. Now there's a golfer in Pennsylvania. He owns a golf club,
Mm-hmm.
and he told us this like 2-3 years ago. He would do 27 iron shots and measure the distance. Go in the Relax Sauna for 7 minutes, and this is just not him. Everyone who tried it, the average increase in distance after 20 shots, then 7 minutes in the Relax Sauna, was 10% more.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that gives you the insight that you should benefit. You should purchase a Relax Sauna or try out a Relax Sauna and see that movement improve. I mean, everybody knows golf is all about movement, and if you don't stretch, you're gonna hurt in a couple of days afterwards. So it would benefit anybody who's learning, to beginners, to intermediate, to people that play professionally. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Like athletes, for example, we were at a couple shows and they had jumping machines or jumping devices that would measure how far you could jump. And you jump, and then they put this thing up above you, and they say, okay, you jump whatever it is, 9 foot 3 inches. I'm not sure, I may be off by a foot. And then, that you do 3 jumps. Then we would go into the Relax Sauna at the show, and people would come back and they would be able to jump 1 to 3 to 5 inches higher every single time.
That is so cool, Phil,
The
though.
golfers, of course, don't jump like basketball players, but the fact that this works.
Right, exactly. So what is the public's reaction, or the people that when you go to trade shows and you show people the Relax Sauna, what is their immediate response before getting in it, while being in it, and after being in it? What is the common response, or what are some of the best quotes that you've heard from people?
I'm not going in there. My friends are going to laugh at me. But a lot of people, they're reluctant to get in. But when you talk about babies, you talk about animals, and you talk about grandmothers, people melt. So I say it feels like your grandma's giving you a loving hug, and most people melt. I say, okay, I'll go in, I'll try it. And most people are surprised that, looking at it, looking at it, and you go in, and all of a sudden you're basking in divine love. You're like a roasted marshmallow, and you feel all toasty, and you're like in a cocoon, and you're just like in another. You're like beyond time and space. You're drunk with love. you're in love. And people are amazed. And again, gee, that pain is gone. I mean, it relaxes, it loosens in 5 to 7 minutes with your clothes on. See, you can't do that in any other sauna because they take 10, 20, 30 minutes to preheat. Like, you can have an asthma attack, you could have super chills and go in the Relax Sauna, and 1, 2, 3 minutes be better. Now, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, when I had it open one time, I decided that I wanted to try it for half an hour. And let me tell you, I couldn't do it. I tried. It was maybe about 10, 12. I was like, I gotta get out of this thing. I am dripping in sweat. You
turn
feel
the air conditioner on and you open up the zipper. Open up the zipper.
I mean, you couldn't believe how hot you got within like a couple minutes. I mean, you were just like, okay, I am relaxed and loose and I'm ready to go on my date. It doesn't drain you. You get really thirsty though, but I mean, I'm always thirsty.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Phil. What were you going to say?
well, the Relax Sauna is really very, very therapeutic. It gets you relaxed, and people are surprised how good they feel. And a lot of times people, they like, one person said her heart opened up.
Wow.
It's like they felt loved. They really felt, loved, and they feel. One lady said she solved all these problems. She put her head under it, and she said she had 6 or 7 or 8 problems she was working on, and she resolved them all while being in the sauna. So I call it the spiritual sauna, because you can meditate in it. You can get tuned in. It's like when you meditate, this gets you into your sweet spot a lot quicker, because you feel this gentle pressure nudging you to get into the moment. And that's the secret of life, getting into the moment. Because when you're in the moment, there is no time and space. Therefore, there's no pain, and you're connected to something beyond yourself, which is yourself. And you feel the energy, and you feel relaxed, and then the mitochondria can create ATP and nitric oxide, so it energizes you, and that's why you have the relaxation and the invigoration. And a lot of people come into the sauna and afterwards they say, I don't understand it. I feel relaxed and energized at the same time. Well, yeah, why not?
So
They're not contradictory.
They're complementary. So
Yes.
Phil, if people are having sleep issues, I mean, I know a lot of people have sleeping problems. They can't go to sleep. They can't see asleep. Would Relax Sauna help with people's sleeping issues? Mind you, I am one of those people too.
The first year we were selling the sauna, we were at a show in Denver, and the lady said, I think she had restless leg syndrome or something like that. But regardless of that, she said when she came back the next day, I did it around 3 o'clock just for 5-7 minutes, and I've never slept better in a hotel in my whole life.
Wow.
And then there was a lady in Cincinnati. She bought a sauna at this conference. I took it up to her hotel room, and she came back the next morning as she was upset. She said, I want to tell you that I have never slept as good in a hotel ever. So sleep is like, oh my gosh, that's number one. Arthritis and sleep, fibromyalgia, pieces of cake. Everyone sleeps better. People with sleep apnea problems have had that resolved. So we've been doing really, really well, in those areas.
That is so cool, because that was my question, because I know there are so many people with those sleep issues or some ailments. So it's great to know that Relax Sauna can help with those issues. My question for you, Phil, is if you had to choose a walk-up song on the first tee, if you were playing golf or if you were putting,
right,
what would be your song and why?
If I were to what?
If you had to choose a walk-up song for the first tee or your first putt, what would it be and why?
Oh my God. I'm not, I don't know the names of music and I can't sing tunes, but You Are My Sunshine.
Oh, I love that. So why would it be You Are My Sunshine?
Because when you're in the Relax Sauna, it's your new lover, it's your new beloved, it's your new best friend. It takes the energy of the sun and puts it in the sauna. It's the healing light from the sun goes through the sand and resonates with the water and turtle eggs and activates the turtle to grow into the embryo to grow into a turtle. It's the energy from the sun that gives the plant the power to move and bend, called photosynthesis. It's the energy that comes from the sun. You close your eyes in a hot sun and you feel that deep penetrating warmth. Okay, so you are my sunshine.
I love that. I love that. So Phil, what are you guys up to in the future? Can you tell us a little sneak peek of what you guys are doing in the coming months or the coming end of the year to the new year? Can you tease us with something that's happening or something's going on?
I wanted to mention that there's a retired golfer, who I think he's in Georgia somewhere. His name is Greg. I'm not sure what his last name. It's similar to a famous golfer, but it's not that name, and I don't want to say the wrong name. But he gave us a video, just saying he uses the Relax Sauna every day, and oh my gosh, it makes a huge difference. And we're also getting universities like the University of Georgia, University of Syracuse, buying the Relax Sauna from us. The Dodgers bought a lot of saunas. I think the Pirates and the Brewers bought some, and I know there's players on the Red Sox and the Marlins, Miami Marlins in your area, who have the Relax Sauna and use it, and it's very, very popular and very, very beneficial. So what we're doing in the future, we do a lot of shows. We do conferences all over the country. We do sporting shows. We do holistic health shows. We do shows for doctors and health professionals and nutritional consultants. We do conferences at ozone conferences, hyperbaric oxygen, massage therapy, colon hydrotherapy, psychologists. We go to shows on vitamin C, shows on cancer, shows on Lyme disease, shows on autism. We go to a lot of shows, and then we're starting to do a lot of podcasts. I've been interviewed recently, like you're doing now, and I mean, people order the sauna. There's a 30-day money back guarantee, and they are amazed at it. Really, it's different than any other sauna. I like to say, see, we're a far infrared sauna, not an infrared sauna. Then people say, what about full spectrum sauna? I say, well, why would you want near infrared and mid infrared when they don't resonate with your water molecules and they have nothing to do with increasing your body temperature? The purpose of a far infrared sauna is sort of like hyperthermia. You want to fulfill the dream of Hippocrates. Find me a way to create fever and sweat, and I will cure disease. You want to create the body temperature increase. And the most important thing is not just that, it's the heart rate variability. Now, what that means in English, because I don't really know much until recently, I discovered what heart rate variability is all about. And I've been talking about it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It's the heart's ability to handle any kind of pressure or tension or anything like that. And also the far infrared heating, getting the body temperature increase lowers blood pressure. Everyone, regular saunas usually increase blood pressure, but the relaxed sauna, it's like a no-brainer. It lowers blood pressure. And there's a guy who did a study on portable saunas because he said, oh my gosh, if they can do what the research on saunas says. He bought a $250 Amazon sauna and then a $500 Amazon, and they both failed to do heart rate variability issues. They totally failed to do what the research said it would do. They also didn't increase body temperature more than a half a degree. Then he bought the Relax sauna, increased body temperature 2.9 degrees in 25 minutes, and the heart rate variability increased far more, way more, significantly more than what the research said on the wooden saunas between 2 and 25 microns were able to do. But we only give you the between 4 and 14 microns. Now, that's a size of the wavelength. It's about 12 times the size of red and about 20 times larger than violet to give you. And it's about, I forget where it is. It's about the length of the diameter of a human hair or something,
Wow.
or maybe less. That's the wavelength.
I was going to say, when you were talking about the wavelength, I actually was going through what my science teacher said to me in high school with the wavelengths and the colors. I mean, I was just like, I know purple is the lowest,
Right,
and red is the,
right.
I mean, the tiniest, and red is the highest of like wavelengths. And I was just like, my mind is just blown right now.
Right. Yeah. So near infrared will penetrate 1 to 2 millimeters. People been talking, and the far infrared actually penetrates 40 to 50 millimeters. That's why when you go out into the sun, you feel that deep penetrating warmth. It's the far infrared. And Sherry Rogers, in her book Detoxify or Die, page 208, she says between 4 and 14 microns are the wavelengths that are the most therapeutic. And so there's a lot of misinformation out on saunas, like there is in the rest of the world. It's just a crazy world right now. But the Relax sauna is your new best friend. If you have any kind of health difficulties or problems, the Relax sauna is like I said, your new best friend, and it's not exclusive. So there's no jealousy that needs to be exhibited by the person whose friend is using the Relax sauna. Okay, it's beloved, but not an exclusive beloved.
So the real question now, Phil, because I know we have to wrap it up, is where can we find more information on Relax Sauna, and what would you like to tell the viewers, the listeners, the fans of yours, the fans of golf and travel? Where can we find more information, and what would you like to say to those fans?
Well, the website is relaxsaunas with an S.com, relaxsaunas.com. There's a special website with lots of information is relaxsaunas.com/superior, which gives you relaxsaunas.com/superior. And I think right now we're in the process it may not be up yet, but relaxsaunas.com/golf, GOLF, I think should have some information on there, or maybe not. But anyway, but relaxsaunas.com is superior. Now, did we talk about that the people who are listening to this podcast can have a special discount on the Relax Sauna?
No, we did not. Do you want to tease them about what that code is and what that information is?
Yeah, they can go to the relaxsaunas.com webpage, and I've got to create the discount code. Should we use Kira, Kira?
Sure, why not? Let's use that.
Okay, and let's give a special. When is this being? Is this live or is this?
It will be up shortly. It's not right now. So we have time to. We have time
days or a week or.
Yes. We have time to create a code.
For the we'll give a 2-week window from the time this is first airs.
Okay.
And we'll give them $150 off.
Okay, so it's Kira and it's $150 off, right?
Right. Now, after 2 weeks, at midnight or the next day or whatever, after 14, 15 days, it'll go down. That Kira will be worth $100.
Okay. After 2 weeks will be $100, you said?
Right. The same Kira will be $100 instead of $150.
Perfect.
It's relaxsaunas.com. And it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Relax Saunas, and it's 30-day money back guarantee. I'm assuming that John's going to remove this information. So
right, yes.
Perfect. Well, Phil, it's so wonderful having you on. I seriously, I truly appreciate having you on Tee Up with Kira. And everybody, please go check out Relax Saunas with an S.
Yes.
And please leave a review. If you have any more information or you need more information, please reach out to myself. I will get in touch with Phil or another associate that can answer all of those questions for you.
I wanted to make note of there's a book called Gastro Girl by Rebecca Harder, and she'd been using wooden saunas at her spas for 10 years, and she would just turn her nose every time she saw the Relax Sauna because the Relax Sauna certainly couldn't be as good as my wooden. She got in 3 minutes. She was sold on the Relax Sauna because the energy is different. It's like hard to describe. Hey, this is 98% pure, soft, or loving light. It's not 50% harsh with the near and the mid and the far that doesn't resonate, and 50% soft, loving light. It's 98%. It makes a world of the difference because you don't have to deal with the energies that don't get absorbed and don't penetrate. And we also have Dr. Bill Ackpinar wrote the book, No Sweat, No Sweat. He's been a strong advocate of the Relax Sauna for 15 some years. And we have many, many other well-known health professionals who now use the Relax Sauna and say it's the cat's meow.
I love that. It's the cat's meow. And then Phil, last question. How heavy is the Relax Sauna for when you travel with it? What is the best way to travel with a Relax Sauna?
It comes in a carrying bag. Now the radiator inside that you can't see, it's on the bottom, is 14 pounds. The tent, the silver tent is 4 pounds, and the black tent, which is thicker and retains the heat better and reflects the light a little bit better, that is 6 pounds. So the whole thing is 18 to 20 pounds in the carrying case. You can put it on your shoulder, and the way you put it on your shoulder is not heavy at all. If you want, you can put it in a suitcase. It fits in a suitcase. And if you want, you can, in a 28-inch hard shell suitcase, you can even put the chair in it that comes with it, along with the suitcase. And that whole thing is 28 pounds plus the suitcase is usually about 10 pounds. So you still have room for 12 pounds of clothes.
Or you could just buy the clothes when you get to that destination, right?
Sure.
Well, Phil, thank you so much for coming on Tee Up with Kira. I truly appreciate it. Everybody go check out Relax Saunas with an S. I hope you all have a great, fabulous day and stay cool and get sweaty when you get in that relaxed sauna.
Great. It was a pleasure. It was a real joy to share, my beloved with you.
It's like getting a hug from your beloved grandma, right?
That's right. Your loving grandma. Yeah.